Welcome to Equity Stories with Inderes. In this video, we'll be covering Metacon as an investment together with the CEO, Christer Wikner. Welcome, Christer.
Thank you very much.
So to start us off, could you please briefly introduce Metacon to us?
Metacon is an energy company. We're listed on Nasdaq First North, and our focus is on green hydrogen or fossil-free hydrogen, different solutions for producing green hydrogen.
Yeah. Is it, what would you say is sort of currently happening then in the hydrogen market that's driving the need for your products?
Oh, many exciting things, actually. We have many parallel sectors driving the need for green hydrogen. One is, of course, what's referred to the base industry. Various traditional heavy industries, such as the steel sector, production of steel or production of fertilizers, huge market globally, but also other very highly sort of polluting sectors like shipping, where we see hydrogen playing a key role in transforming these old sort of dirty polluting sectors to sustainable and green. And then, of course, we have the transport sector, where hydrogen has a huge potential to transform this also to pollution-free, to climate-friendly and future clean transportation, both heavy transportation, which will come first, but then also passenger cars and all kinds of transportation that we are used to driving today on diesel or petrol.
Yeah. Is it sort of, for the viewers who are not familiar, what are sort of the two key products of Metacon?
Metacon has two business areas, you could say, both with different types of hydrogen production technologies. One is what's commonly referred to as sort of the mainstream technology for producing green hydrogen today, and that is electrolyzers. So you're using electricity, of course, preferably green electricity if you want to have green hydrogen, to split water, and then you can generate smaller or large amount of green hydrogen. But then we also have a parallel, in our world, extremely interesting technology or technology base for the production of green hydrogen, the same green hydrogen, but through completely different means. And that is from other fossil-free sources, such as biogas, biomethanol, or biomethane, also ethanol, and we also have ammonia as a component there. And that's using steam reforming. We have a version of the traditional steam reforming with patented technology, where we can make it much more compact and flameless and suitable to function in a modern way, you could say. So these two business areas of Metacon are sort of converging around the strategy we have, the focus to produce green hydrogen and to offer green hydrogen production solutions to customers regardless of their individual situation. So that is what we do.
Yeah, exciting things. How would you say sort of the outlook for your market is now over the next 5 years?
Extremely exciting. I mean, we all heard about green hydrogen, I think, today, and it's more and more frequently in the news, even in the daily news. But we're very early in this maturation process of hydrogen stepping in and really contributing to our big needs, like the climate needs or energy independence needs. But we definitely see that this is something that's really starting to materialize now. And we see that because of the big investments that are being done, the investment decisions that are committed, and also huge investment, or you could say subsidy decisions from bodies like the EU or in the United States, the Inflation Reduction Act, the IRA program, and there's really huge money that's starting to be committed towards green hydrogen. So we can see that we're early. It's taking some time. You can't expect that the world has changed tomorrow, but definitely over a few years, 5 years, 10 and 20 years, we will have a green hydrogen economy that's taking a big part of our societies.
Yeah. So when it comes to this green hydrogen market, what would you say makes sort of Metacon stand out? Sort of what's your competitive advantage, and conversely also what's your competitive disadvantage?
Our strengths are, first of all, we are focusing more and more. We have tried to change the company over the last 2 years towards the production of green hydrogen from different solutions, and that makes Metacon, in my view, quite independent of different technologies. We are not dependent on a component in this landscape or a specific solution. Our services and products and technologies are directed to the entire green hydrogen market. So if there will be a big green hydrogen market, we will for sure have a big place in that, because we sell our solutions to everybody who need green hydrogen. You could say that we are very high up in the value chain. We see many other companies with brilliant solutions that have made a small component perhaps of this in a certain technology sector. And there, of course, you have a bigger risk. But I think Metacon, what we have tried to do is to eliminate a lot of risk and instead provide good solutions and good technology to the overall green hydrogen market. So I think that's our overall strength, our sort of broad focus and our strong solutions for production. Then we have, of course, the individual parts of our business areas. On the electrolyzer side, we have a very, very strong, experienced partner for electrolyzer production, one of the strongest partners in the world, with the shortest lead time for supply, longest track record of production for their equipment. And also, a very important thing, we can quote and offer very large electrolyzers, in fact, the largest in the world. And that becomes extremely important in terms of economy of scale when you look at these huge projects like in the steel industry and so on. Because if you can build their plants on fewer modules, that's a very big advantage. If you have small production units, you're going to have almost thousands of individual components. So details like that on the electrolyzer side are very, we think will be very strong in terms of participating in what's happening now. Then on the reforming side, we have another uniqueness, and that is more our own future, you could say, our own future growth potential, and that is our patented catalytic reforming technology, where we can use that in-house and tailor-make a solution for example, ammonia to a deep-sea ship company, or ethanol, using ethanol, bioethanol as production means for green hydrogen, or our really big internal sort of effort now, where we are targeting Germany in the first place, because Germany has 10,000 biogas plants, and that is to use biogas as, you could say, the green crude oil for production of hydrogen. And that can be done without electricity. So the same green hydrogen that's being produced by electrolyzers in the north of Sweden, because we have green electricity there, we can produce in Germany without the electricity grid, but using their big asset like fossil-free renewable materials such as biogas. So I think this is our strength as a company, that we have a very broad and powerful technology base and supplier base for serving different needs. Then, of course, our disadvantage, perhaps right now, that has more to do with that we are on a journey with our company, coming from an old, small technology company, moving up up the maturation ladder, so to say. And we are on that path right now. We are not finally there, but we have very clear and good strategy and good technology, and we're starting to build the company that can actually deliver on this promise we made to the market. So I think we have very good hopes that we can be a strong player in this market. And we have some challenges, of course, that we have to also deal with on the way.
Yeah. So you mentioned it a little bit there, but could you also sort of summarize what is Metacon's strategy right now?
Metacon's strategy is to focus on green hydrogen production technology, and to our uniqueness in that strategy. Our focus is on production solutions, regardless of the customer's individual preferences or situation. Because like I said, some are very fortunate and can produce green hydrogen or fossil-free hydrogen with electrolyzers because they have green electricity in the grid. But that's quite rare if we look around the world. We have it here in Sweden and in the Nordics and in some other places. And in some places, they try to fix that by docking into a big wind farm or a big solar farm. The hydrogen sector, green hydrogen sector, is definitely connected to the green electricity sector or the fossil-free electricity sector. But I think our ability to offer green hydrogen for a refueling station, for example, or building up a refueling station network in a country by other sources than green electricity, that is a huge opportunity. Because we can allow our customers to really look at what do we have and how could we do this based on our situation, and then build a solution for them wherever they are, to a large extent with our solutions and what we can offer. And that's what I think is really exciting from our point of view.
So basically green hydrogen, and no matter sort of your starting point.
Exactly.
If you have cheap electricity, there's electrolysis, or if you have biogas, that we can do the reforming point. So what would you say are the biggest challenges and risks for you to sort of successfully execute on this strategy?
Yeah, I think as many technology companies with a broad portfolio of solutions, one of our risks is to keep focus on the key areas where we see that we can commercialize and sell and move up the value ladder, move towards our profitability target, and really not be distracted by the myriad of opportunities that we have. So I think that's one risk or one challenge, of course, that we are not alone on. But that's what we have to be aware of, and to try to only focus on the areas where we can actually sell and make money. Then we see enormous opportunities in the next phases to broaden the scope and to go to other sectors and contribute also there. And we have started to build a platform of projects in different phases. Of course, in the electrolyzer area, we are in commercial phase. We sell, we are installing electrolyzers and refueling stations, and we see a very big, fast-growing and maturing market there. But then we are also building a pipeline with our future. So of course our own technology, the reforming technology, that's where we see, even if it's not there already today with big sales, we see that that's where we have a chance to really make a lot of money in the future, because we control margins in a way we can create unique solutions that nobody else can. And of course, that's where we will be able to have very good margins in the future as well.
Yeah. So now when you sort of continue on your growth journey, how do you guys think about sort of balancing growth versus profitability? And sort of how do you aim to create value for your owners?
Yeah, I think one first of all, the way of creating value for our owners is to make sure that we are a company that our owners can understand, and that's why we have also, you could say, refocused the company strategically to some extent over the last 2 years, where we say we are going to be in production of green hydrogen. We have a lot of different opportunities there, a lot of different solutions, but we're going to be producing green hydrogen. So clarifying our strategies is one thing. Then, of course, we see also that we cannot sort of save our way to success in this market. There is so much going on. There is such a high pace, so much growth. So we have to also invest to create a position and to take a place, a firm place where we are known and where we are recognized as a company in this market. The opportunity to do that is now. So we are trying to manage this in the traditional way, with in a controlled way, growing. It's always costing a bit in the beginning, but we have a good financial planning for, if we succeed with a decent fair amount of our targets, of our plans, we should be able to have this profitability curve, coming together and changing our situation down the road. So I think that's we try to have. In summary, we want to have a strategic focus, a strategic plan that everybody can understand, and we want to work hard and professionally with our financial planning for how to have financial control of our journey.
Yeah. Well, great. Well, thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.